All right, welcome to episode 49 of My FX Buddies, the podcast. And I say podcast because there's a blog, which is at myfxbuddies.blogspot.com, or you could try myfxbuddies.com, but it has to be HTTPS as in Sam. RSS.com has a transcript, a pretty good one. Better than YouTube's. Oh yeah, and if you're listening to this on YouTube, because it looks like you're watching a video, but you're not. You're listening to a podcast. And if you'd like to see the video, below the box that appears to be a video, you should see the word more. Click on that word, and then it'll have a link to the blog, which has the actual video. And I just had a thought. And it's gone just that quick. All right. I was saying video, YouTube, blog. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. So, wherever you're listening, it if they have a description or more or whatever box, there should be a link in there. If you get to that, there should be a link directly to the blog. All right. There. So today is Wednesday, May 1st. We're in a new month. We're one day closer to June. So yeah, I'm still in June for now, but we'll see what happens and I'll tell you why. Okay. There wasn't a lot of news today because it was a holiday. It's International Labor Day. So, but Iraq seems to do it up really big. And this year was really special because Sudani has all these things that he can say, look at me, look what I initiated, right? But they have a steel factory that is reborn or came to life or something. They're using some words like that. But they're making iron billets, billets. And they're going to be exporting those. I guess they don't have enough steel, or their steel's not good enough to export steel yet. But anyway, so he did speeches. Sudani did speeches from 3 or 4 different factories. He was out among the people, taking pictures and smiling and shaking hands. And then, in like 7 or 8 different governances, they were demonstrating peacefully, not a sit-in one, but they didn't turn anything over and set it on fire. But and some of them, they almost looked like they were having a party, but they dance and chant things, and they could be doing that because they're happy. They could be doing that for demonstration, but they had cake and tea, I think tea or coffee, I don't know, but so yeah, and it was supposed to rain today, but it didn't. It did later in the day, but during the morning or earlier time, it was nice weather for them to be out there. So, and what are they demonstrating for? Money. They want the salary schedules to be changed. People who are due back pay, right? They want their back pay. They want their money. But nothing about a rate. I didn't see anything about a new rate. Just that they want the salary schedule to be put in place and back pay to be, money that's owed to them to be paid to them. And it's still, I can't tell. They say they paid salaries in Kurdistan, right? And then, but they didn't pay salaries. So maybe there's some people that got paid and some that didn't. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, okay, so there's that. That's going on. Still peaceful, nothing blowing up. That's 2, maybe 3 days in a row, so that's great. What else? Still every day in the news there's discussion of the rainbow lifestyle law. Still calling for Alina Romanowski to be removed. Uh, that that gas field that was targeted by a drone attack, that is back up. Dana Gas, they set their people back, sent their people back, and they're there working. So just as quickly as it was taken down, it took what? So if that was Sunday, if it was Saturday, let's go with Saturday. 4 days. Took them 4 days to get it back. And then I think Iran is going to send them gas, liquid natural, LNG, for some, because they had to take from elsewhere to run it through there, right? Even though they're probably ones that did the drone attack. But anyway, all right, yeah, so there. Okay, so now we'll get into the articles that I am going to show you. So here's the title of the blog. Economist reassures financial liquidity is available and there are no risks to the Iraqi dinar. So we like to hear that. And isn't that a lovely picture? More dinar, right? Okay, well, for those of you who can't see, it's two hands. Probably, I don't know. I can't tell. Those look like man hands. Hopefully those are a man's hands. But they are nicely manicured, I'll tell you that. Counting a stack of 25K notes. But you know how they hold them in the middle and flip through? I don't know if you've ever seen how they count money there. It's different. Well, different than how I count it. But anyway, all right. So, Safwan Qusay, I don't know, that's how I pronounce that, confirmed that financial liquidity is available and there are no high risks regarding the existence of the Iraqi dinar. Now, I don't know why. I don't recall seeing any articles leading that there was a shortage. There's shortage of dollars, but that's because they shouldn't be trying to get dollars anyway, right? But I think the dinar should be free flowing. But anyway, so nice to see that. They have more than, it says Iraq currently embraces more than 600 investment projects. And that's just now. That's my phone, so you don't have to check yours. Including the Baghdad Metro. So on May 12th, they're going to start taking bids for this project, the Baghdad Metro. Yeah. So they have enough there. Iraq has completed all its financial needs and the rest of it needs the price of a barrel of oil to reach only $96. Only, just only $96 to cover the financial deficit. He pointed out there should be rationalization and advice in local consumption. But yeah, plus if there is any shortage of liquidity, it's because they're trying to keep from putting more of the 3-0 notes in the economy when they know they're going to get rid of them altogether, right? For the small notes. So we'll see. But I liked that article. This one, let's see. Did I read this one? This one is about the parallel market. There's an article on here that I posted that I did not read because it's something that I don't really care about, but I posted it because I know other people care about it. But this one is the government eased fears of the rise of the dollar. Yeah, so the rate. So I haven't talked to you for 2 days, right? The rate has gone back up to 1467. So it's not totally bad. 1467. Well, some places 1477, right? So it had gotten down to 1447, and I was hoping it would get to 1390, right? But no. So now they have to put articles out letting them know, don't worry, it's just temporary. Here's Muhammad Saleh. The financial advisor to the Prime Minister, Mohammed Saleh, had previously attributed the noticeable decline in the dollar exchange rate to the economic policy that played a major role in imposing a climate of stability in the general level of the dollar exchange rates. Blah, 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 right? So they still haven't fixed it. They're not going to fix it until they change the rate and put the lower denoms out, right? We know that. Let's see. Is this Mohammed Saleh? Nope. This is a different advisor to the Prime Minister. It doesn't say financial, so maybe he's a political advisor. I don't know, but whatever. His name is Amir Al-Adad. He confirmed Al-Sudani succeeded in digital transfer in banks. Not all the banks, but I guess maybe that means they met their goal for this time. So this guy was interviewed, and the Sudanese government is currently working on developing our proposal to form private digital banks. Ooh, private. That will do the work of government banks in addition to many proposals to advance the Iraqi banking reality. So they talked about technology and cybersecurity, pointing out government banks have problems in systems, governance, and human resources. Yeah, how about corruption, too? But yeah, so that's good. And then this, in cooperation with the K, which is the Q card, see there? So I don't know why that K is there. It must be a translation error because it's QI. When you see the card, that's what it says, QI card. But maybe the way you pronounce that is key. No, even that would not be K, right? Anyway, I don't know. But look, Iraqi Post. So this is talking about the Postal Service. Where is it? General Post and Savings Company announced the signing of a new agreement with International Smart Card Company KQI to issue and ship electronic payment cards through its offices spread in Baghdad and the governance. So there is a place. Well, yeah. So if they're shipping the cards to the whole country, right? So are they going to have a federal post system like we do? I think so. And one thing that I learned in this journey in Dinar land is that once upon a time, post offices did have banks in them. They did banking activity. And so I'm like, okay, are they starting over like we started years ago? But yeah, so I thought that was interesting because they haven't had an organized postal service, I believe, since 2003. And they've been doing a little bit here and there, but it seemed to be like DHL and places like that did special delivery. But yeah, so, and it's under the Ministry of Communications. So I thought that was interesting. They will improve and expand postal and electronic financial services in Iraq. So that's like big, right? That's forward progress, everything. Okay, the UAE and Iran are in an economic meeting for the first time in 10 years, and that's mediated by Iraq because of those recent agreements, right? Iraq takes the UAE Emirati dirham. So, but remember, they're trying to bring that whole area is trying to come together, right? So they have to get them whatever their issues are, which usually seems to stem around Israel. But I don't know why, and I don't even want to look into, I don't even really want to know why the UAE and Iran don't get along. But I guess they're like, we're going to make this money, so come on, get it together. But yeah, so, and then there's another article about Iran. There's quite a bit, actually, about Iran in Iraq's news late yesterday and today. Okay, so this is something I never read. It's the decision of the Council of Ministers meeting because it's so boring and there usually is nothing to do with the RV, right? But I wanted because they did not vote on the schedules for the budget, but so I had to go through and read that to see if they even talked about, yes, we have them and we looked at them. They did not, but in several of these points here, they increased amounts for projects. So they had to have looked at them, right? Because that's what the schedules are. It's the allocations of the monies of the budget for projects and contracts and something else. So I do believe they have it. They just didn't work it out. But so then another thing that I saw in here was they allotted money for no, that's not it. The audit of the down here, framework within the framework of the financial and administrative reform decisions and what is related to the reform of the banking sector, he continued. The council approved what was recorded in the letter of the Prime Minister's office on April 3rd, and I did not and will not go look that up, regarding contracting with an external auditor for the Iraqi Trade Bank for the purpose of auditing the bank's accounts. Where it deals, the bank has a network of reputable international banks. So you see how that didn't make sense? There's some words missing. Clearly, there's some words right here where it deals, and there should be some more words there. And then it should say the bank has a network of blah, blah, blah. So they took out something. There's something there they didn't want us to see. And then that's it. More work. But I put that there for all you numbers people that like to read everything that's there if you want to read it. Okay, here's another article about Iran. Iran Expo 2024. A remarkable Iraqi presence and a major trade forum expected between the two countries. And I think it's 2 days, and I think it started today. And it's in the city of Najaf. Yeah, so, and it has participants. This isn't the one. Because there's another one. There's another expo, a shopping something or another. Here's a nice title. Listen to this. Economist. The central bank committed a massacre against private banks at the expense of foreign ones. So there's a couple of articles by different people. They're upset that Jordanian banks have licenses to operate in Iraq, and still those 28, 14, 30, whatever, pick a number. Depending on what article you read, the number's different, right? But those banks that are on the sanctions list, they still, well, I think they were going to be allowed to work under heavy supervision. I don't think their licenses are renewed, right? But the Jordanian banks, it says they will control 95% of the market compared to 5% of the Iraqi banks, and this is unfair. It's not fair. How many times did you say that when you were a teenager? Woo! Yeah, so there's that one. Let's see. There's another one. But anyway, I think, oh, you know what? They're down at the bottom because look at this crazy font. We're almost there. Oh, wow. Maybe not. Okay, look how big that is. And then when I try to make it smaller, it would just get bigger. So, yeah, I just was like, you know what, whatever, and put them down at the bottom. Those are two. These are two articles about America. One says we only bring fire. America only comes out with fire. And what's the other one? Washington is fighting for its continued presence inside Iraq. All right, so those are pretty good. If that big font doesn't irritate you like it irritates me, you could read those. Those are down at the bottom. Okay, now what I really wanted to show you was this article right here. But wait, we skipped one. What's this one? This is a long one too. What's this one? Oh, oh, okay. You know what? I'll just go in order. Sudani had a meeting with his minister. Oh no, here's the one. Okay. Sorry, I'm all over the place. So, Parliament Finance. The Council of Ministers will not vote on the budget schedule today. It doesn't really say why, but here we are. The fourth month has passed, and the budget schedules have not arrived, and I do not expect the Council of Ministers to vote on them today. So this is a member of the Parliamentary Finance, but he's also a parliamentary member, and he's saying, so next week, we're probably going to start our recess. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. Sudani directs advisors to follow up on the outcomes of his visit to Washington. So he met with the ministers of, all of that and was like, have you followed up with your people? And I guess at some point he has to relinquish responsibility, right? And just manage instead of micromanage. So if you want to read that, that's there. Here's the other festival. The International Comprehensive Shopping Festival kicks off in an Iraqi governorate. This is the one. There's representatives there from Egypt, Syria, India, Pakistan, Lebanon, Turkey, Iran, and Jordan, in addition to ellipsis, Iraqi companies. So there's more words they took out, but at least this time they put an ellipsis there, right? Let's see. So who has money to go shopping there? Someone does, right? Okay, this is a lengthier article, but it's worth reading. Riyadh Forum, a new station for attracting investments and expanding partnerships. And remember, I said we're seeing that word partnership all over. So they're talking about everything that Sudani did, his trip to America, even went back to his participation. Oh no, this is the World Economic Forum that was in Riyadh, and putting at the forefront of these agreements efforts to attract foreign investment. So yeah, it's just more, good things we want to hear. The title or the subtitle, I guess, of that was International Cooperation, Growth, and Energy for Development. That's right. See, energy for development. Here in the West, we're shutting down energy, right? Well, we hear mixed reports, but over there, they're expanding and developing. So yeah. So that is, it is a longer than normal article. All right. Here, parliamentary finance, another person. The government holds responsible for the delay in sending the budget schedules. So they're blaming the government. It's not us. It's not Parliament. Don't blame us. Right? But it says right there, Article 70 obligates the government to submit amendments to the budget schedules. So they have to do it. I know there's people out there who have way more followers than I do. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying no one, I say things and people don't listen to me. Oh, case in point, 2 blogs ago, remember I brought up fixed and fixed exchange. That was 2 or 3 days ago. Well, and I said, I think this is big. This looks like it's totally citizen education. Yeah. Frank 26, the guy Eddie that reports to him, said yesterday that they were talking about it on TV, how they're going to have a fixed exchange rate, and even the other guy, Nader, if you watch his videos, he even said it was a good article, and it was really good. So that is great. All right, but anyway, yeah. So I know there's other people out there saying that these budget schedules do not have to be seen by Parliament and go through the voting or approval or whatever word they're using, but it does. And is this the one where he says, oh, we just need 30 days? We just need 30 days to approve them. No, that was the other guy. The other guy that I've just read, and he said, well, we didn't get them this week, so we're probably going to go on recess next week. And yeah, he says they need 30 days to review them. All right. What else? I have a lot of this bolded. The government is continuing. Oh, yeah. So this is good. The government is continuing the disbursement process, especially with the projects that are under the Prime Minister's attention. So they are spending some of that money. The allocations to the governments are being delayed by the Ministry of Finance, noting that the tripart budget is sufficient for the government's work and there is no need to rush to send the schedules. I don't like hearing that, right? But so it says the current legislative term is about to end. May 9th is the day that it ends. And if the schedules are not sent within these days, the council will head toward this legislative recess and postpone the issue until next June. And there we are. And if it's June and they need 30 days, guess what? That'll put us in July. And you guys that know me know if it's not done in June, I go to September. But we'll see. All right. Yeah, here's one of the things the government, here's one of the Labor Day places that Sudani went today. The government is serious about moving to a diversified economy and supporting the industrial sector. And they did preempt the shows that were on TV to show his speeches. All right. See here what they're talking about. They're going to turn scrap steel into iron billets. And then in another article I read, it said they're going to export those iron billets. All right. Here's another article, new agreements between Iraq and Iran on facilitating trade. But that's not the kicker. The one, look at this, or listen to this. Iranian Chamber of Commerce. Iraq's investment budget is $150 billion, and our share in it must be increased. Who are they to demand share of another country's money? See, that's that's crazy, don't you think? But that just goes to show you how tied, how closely intertwined they are. And they're probably going to get whatever they're asking for, they're probably going to get it. You know, they'll have to make some promises that they're not going to mess with our people at the bases, right? And they'll probably get it. Here is a nice little article, and we're almost done. Hidden Hands. An expert diagnoses a strange growth in the profits of banks owned by non-Iraqis. Yeah, a strange growth in the profits of banks owned by non-Iraqis. Warning of hidden hands behind it. That's a nice way to say corruption, stealing smuggling, thievery, hidden hands, right? So you can read that. They have some numbers there and stuff like that. Okay, and here's another article complaining about Jordan. Jordanian banks are swallowing up the Iraqi economy, and the central bank is dealing with double standards. So again, they're complaining about giving licenses to the Jordanian banks and holding back the Iraqi banks. And then here are those two articles. So that's it. So a light day, but some important information, right? So we don't know. We don't know. We're one day closer. And it's 30 minutes, so we'll just hang on out with accumulate while we wait for the rate to appreciate. Pay all your bills. Don't miss any meals. Wherever you're enjoying this content, if there's a follow, join, whatever button, swipe it, tap it, click it, whatever, right? Then that way, because I don't post regularly, but I'm thinking since it was kind of a quiet day today, maybe they'll have more news tomorrow. And I am waiting to hear. Oh, tomorrow actually is the last day of financial inclusion. Oh, you know what? Let me show you. Let me show you something. So, with the people complaining about the licenses, they also reposted, let me get this in English, on the CBI's website, regulations. Regulations for regulating the work of medium, small, and micro enterprising finance companies. And if you click here. It's 11 pages or 12 pages, but it's not easy to, and see, these are older. In my opinion, they look like they're older. And it's not easy. They're not clear, so they're not easy to translate. And I doubt there's anything really good in here. So I won't, but it's there in case one of you know how to. I'm sure there's some service you can pay for to translate PDFs, but yeah, I'm not doing that. Sorry. But I just wanted you to see that they put out, is it 11 or 12? 12. Oh, 15, but I think the last page is just the signature page, probably. So it's 15 pages of instructions. All right, that's it. So enjoy the rest of your morning, night, noon, whatever time you're enjoying this content. And until next time.